Welcome back to the film room. Today we are going to talk about Breece Hall, the former Iowa State running back who got picked at the top of the second round, I believe at 36, to the New York Jets, who traded up to get him in this year's draft. We're going to look at his game in 2021 against Texas. A lot of ups and downs in this game. He really went quiet for a lot of the first half, I think it was. And we're going to look at the first play of the game, and then we're going to go like 20 minutes into the tape. So I think he's a really interesting player, and there's a lot to like about him. And although Kenneth Walker, I think, is still my RB1, I think Breece Hall is comfortably my RB2 at this moment. I know it's already after the draft, but, looking more into the players and how they're going to fit into their team, he's going to get a lot of touches in New York. I think him and Michael Carter are going to split, but let's get into the tape. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and comment your thoughts on Breece Hall and other suggestions for prospects I should do in future videos. But again, without any further ado, let's get into the tape. So here's our first play. This is his first snap of the game, and we're just going to watch it right here. And you're going to see he really explodes into this hole and just gets upfield super fast. He's a great athlete, and I think it's very apparent on tape a lot of the time. We'll watch from this angle. There's not too much to say about this play, honestly, but, he's got a pretty good crease here, and he's just you can see the camera is kind of tricked, but this guy's diving for him. These blockers get upfield pretty well, and he's able to turn this into a good gain on his first carry of the game. Now, here's our second one. And this is another one that's not going to go too far, but I just love this burst that he's going to display out of the backfield. And I think it's just something that is really it looks great on tape. And I think it's going to be something that hopefully, is a big part of his NFL career, as well as Michael Carter's a great back, but Breece Hall, I think, can be a really good, just explosive play threat. And you can just see how he just really bursts through there and, gets to the next level. Again, not a huge run by any means, but still, I think, an impressive play. Good blocking for sure, but, good crease, good ability to find that crease and get upfield. Now, here's our next play. This is going to be a long run, and we're going to watch this from this angle first, and you're just going to see how he just moves through. You can see that explosiveness, gets to the second level, cuts this all the way back around, uses his leverage very well, and bends this run all the way to the opposite pylon for the touchdown. And I was really impressed with this. So he's getting it on the speed option and just gets to the next level and is able to take this a long way for the touchdown. And I just love this play. Now, here's our next play. This is going to be just a good example of what he can do with his feet, which I think are a big strength of his game, and he's really good at making jump cuts, and he's going to maximize the blocking that they give him here, as he's just going to duck around some defenders. Again, not a huge gain, just, a solid gain, I think is a good way to say it, but the way he's just going to identify this crease, keep his feet moving, get low, duck around this guy, duck into, just wherever the space is as it keeps moving, he finds a way to stay in that open space for as long as he can and capitalize on his blocking. Now, here is one that I love that his elusiveness, around contact, is very impressive, and you can see, again, as he's going to flash that big playability that he has. So he's just going to, boom, get around that guy, spin move, duck that guy, and then get up to the next level, and then, get out of bounds, as he's not even going to get tackled. But, these moves here are just ridiculous, as he's going to get this guy just completely, catch him completely lacking, as he thinks he's establishing all the way outside, boom, cut inside, and this guy's got a good angle on him, spins him out, gets around this guy still, and then just accelerates to the next level, is faster than a lot of these front seven players by a lot, and is able to turn this into another big gain. So now this is one of the weaknesses he has, and you're going to see he's going to get tackled pretty early. Doesn't look like much, looks like the blocking wasn't there, but I think it was. So we're going to pause right here, and you can see this crease. I know, there's linebackers here, but this is pretty much the only way he can go. But he sees this guy get here and thinks he can duck through there, and I just think that was kind of a bad decision. I think if he accelerates straight, as you're going to see, he kind of ducks into that crease, gets arm tackled, wrapped up by number 90, and I think 47 kind of maybe gets in there too. But if he just accelerates straight through, he probably gets to this ref before the safeties get him, and obviously we know he can make guys miss too. So this is one just not super impressed with. I think he needs to improve his vision a little bit. Usually it's pretty good, but this is a mistake, I think, and just something to clean up. It's a kind of a small thing, but sometimes this could end up being a big deal in a big game. Now here is our next one, and this is a bad situation for Iowa State. They're backed up, at their 1 yard line. Texas has got a lot of guys in the box, and this bounce that he's going to show to bounce this outside is just really, really impressive. And you're going to see that lateral agility on full display yet again. I don't think he's going to end up getting the first down, but still, this gets them out of the shadow of their goalpost, and we'll watch it in a little bit of slow-mos. You're going to see these guys are getting downhill. 41 is completely free against him in the backfield. He digs in. You see he gets pretty low, loads up on that ankle, and then boom, flies by him, and then does the same thing there, jukes outside again, using the leverage of his blockers to his advantage, and then is going to accelerate, get up to the next level, and get wrapped up. Another great run to just get them out of a bad situation. And now here, this is one that is a solid play. I like just kind of his, ducking through the hole again, gets through contact, kind of gets wrapped up there. Not any kind of big highlight. Again, he's not going to rip off a big 50-yard run every time he touches the ball, but he gets low, he's identifying the crease, good jump cut into the hole, gets past this first guy, and then gets wrapped up by this second safety. I'd like to see him, he gets kind of thrown down there. It's an awkward tackle, but, still a good run. Now we're going to look at another pretty good, avoided tackle he's going to make. They're in motion, gets around both of these guys, gets up to the next level, and still, gets about 6, or maybe about 5 yards. So he can turn these, short gains that are maybe 2 or 3 yards for some running backs into, 4, 5, 6 yards. So this guy's got a good angle on him, just jukes him out. Doesn't completely get past. I mean, he does, but, he's still slowed down a little bit, protects the ball, and, falls forward for a solid gain. And now here is our last play of the video. He's going to get a direct snap here. I think it's kind of a weird looking play, but he's just going to find this tiny crease, accelerate, get up to the next level, and get tackled after a big gain. I really like this play a lot, and I just think it was really, really impressive. Again, let's look at this hole, and we can do, sorry for this buffering, really weird, but there he is. He's got the ball. I mean, this guy comes off the edge. He's unblocked, but, this is a tiny little window here, as, he's got this guy blocking backwards. He's got these guys right here, and there's this tiny little, almost like a little L shape. He's going to duck through and come out of the other side with a ton of momentum, ton of explosiveness, get up, get the first down, and a lot more. So we'll watch another angle. You can kind of see just how impressive this little tunnel was. Good blocks by all of his guys, to be honest. I mean, it just really opened up a good crease for him. He gets through and just bounces this to the outside, and I was really, really impressed with this play. So now let's kind of wrap up the player that he is and how he will contribute to the Jets. So first off, I think the biggest thing that I took away from his tape and his biggest strength as a player and as a running back is his feet. I think his feet and his explosiveness and how he uses them are just really, really impressive and some of the best in this class for sure. And the way he gets low in all these cuts, I think is very impressive and is going to benefit him very well at the next level. Another thing is, he's a very good athlete, and I think that's something that I feel like is a pretty widespread thing known about him, but he's a great athlete, a ton of potential, and that athleticism definitely rewards his good decisions because he's going to make the right read a lot of the times, and he will be able to have the athleticism and the explosiveness to make that read count. There's a tiny hole, he recognizes, he jumps through it, and he has the speed and acceleration and all that to get through the hole and get to the next level, where a lot of guys who are lesser athletes may see that hole and make that read, but they just don't have the athleticism to fully make that play. And on his future with the Jets, I think I have pretty high expectations this year. Some people were probably getting a little carried away and thinking he's going to be their clear-cut RB1. It's going to be a committee. He's going to probably be their early down back, first and second down, and Michael Carter will probably come in on third downs and other times. I think they're going to get pretty similar workloads, but I would bet on Michael Carter because of his experience and how he's really fit in that Jets culture. I think he's going to get more carries. I could see Breece Hall putting up, 600, 700 yards, though. I wouldn't bet on 1,000. I wouldn't bet on like 10 touchdowns for him, but he could be a good goal line back. He can do a lot of really good things this year, and I wouldn't bet on him to be a Rookie of the Year candidate, but I think he definitely has the potential to be a really good running back in this league. And I have, a lot of hope for him to capitalize on the potential with a really stacked Jets roster. So, Jets fans, let me know what you think of this pick. I thought it was, pretty good value at 36. I think worth trading up for, as that was really all they needed was another running back, because their roster is looking really, really good at this point. And, other NFL fans, let me know what you think of this pick. Let me know what you think of Breece Hall. Also, comment more prospect suggestions down below, because I'm trying to do a ton of these videos. And I'm trying to get as many prospects featured as I can. So request some down below if you're interested. And thank you for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. It would help me out a ton. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.